This episode of the Golf Gaming Podcast on the Sports Gaming Podcast Network is presented to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog has just added Pick'em Scorchers where you can win 100 times your money. That's right. Turn $5 into 500 in one game. Plus, every Sunday they're giving away 100K. Use promo code SGPN at Underdog Fantasy for up to 100% deposit bonus up to $500. Also brought to you by Game Time. Last minute tickets. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. And Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. And we're giving away $3,000 in our NFL Second Chance Survivor Contest presented by Corey Pinkston and Barking Dog Properties. Free to enter. Just go to sportsgamingpodcast.com/survivor. All right, D-Gens, welcome back. It's your boy, Boston Capper, with the god of golf himself, Steve Schirmer, to talk about the ZOZO, a tournament that's going to end at 3 o'clock in the morning, Saturday night. And hopefully it'll force me to stay up and text Steve just like it did last year with Keegan.
I know that was pretty great last year, right?
Yeah. I went to an FSU game and I was dying, just trying to fall asleep, trying not to fall asleep watching it on my fucking phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was brutal.
I think we were actually sweating that with Kirshner on a little text chain. Because I went on his show last year. We both gave out Keegan. And I think all three of us were just convinced it wasn't going to happen. I think he was on a subway. Oh, I was in bed. You were half in the bag.
Yeah, well, I was drunk. I went to an FSU Clemson game.
Mm-hmm. So
I was in fucking Tallahassee.
Right. So do you remember who he took down? So it was basically three guys. That were in contention to win. Do you remember who he took down for the win?
No, I just remember he was leaking fucking oil on the back nine, and I was stressed the fuck out.
Yeah, I think he was up like 3, and then he started doing Keegan things like missing putts. And finally, I think when it got down to 1, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna throw it on. He had, I think, a 8-footer for par on, I think like 16 or something.
Yeah.
And I think you and I were just like, well, this is over. He's gonna miss this. And then he was battling Ricky Fowler, your nemesis, and Andrew Putnam, the immortal Andrew Putnam, who I continually just lose money on every single week. But Keegan ended up winning. He is in the field this week. There are not a lot of really good guys in this field because there's no reason, like we talked about last week, they reduced the money purse. There's a couple guys who are over here. They have a couple events with some sponsors that might play a little bit into some of the handicap tonight. But yeah, this thing is kind of, I don't know if you can, I mean, you probably can tell. We talked about it. I don't know if the audience can tell. Kind of low energy for this tournament.
Yeah. I mean, look, the bottom line is this, right? Like, it's hard for us to get up for these events. We can still make money on them. We handicap them, and I like watching it. You know what I mean? This is a tough event to watch. And I mean, you got baseball playoffs on, you got the NFL, you got hockey starting up, and if the PGA doesn't give a fuck, why should we like go insane about it? It's a less than ideal tournament. Like Steve, like we're not even gonna get like it starts at 8 p.m. Yeah, they're gonna have it on TV at 8 p.m. No, they're gonna have it on at 11 p.m. Why? Because fuck us. That's why. And I get tired of getting whipped and asking, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" Do you know what I mean? Like it gets fucking. Does my football team have more? Yes. Fuck yeah, Munaf.
Munaf and I was actually going to bring this up. So, did you have any sweats going into the Shriners last week? By the way? Okay,
I told you I didn't. Yeah, no.
All right, so you know how like you said you need to electrocute me every time I'm going to bet like Xander again, which you might have to do that again tonight.
Dude, he's like 6-1 or 5-1. No, you can't bet him.
Okay, let me get to my point. You need to electrocute me anytime I'm going to bet Adam Hadwin. At this point. That is to killer heartbreaks that I've had this year. Munaf was actually involved in both of those, by the way. One of those, he was, of course, with everybody in the world, Donkey Chalk Ricky Fowler. He had him. And I had the other end of that playoff with Hadwin, who had the one-shot lead, who probably should have won that tournament. And then I had Hadwin on Sunday, and this was why it was so bad. Is Hadwin just was horrible to start. And I'm like, well, that's basically it. At least he got it completely out of the way. Then he started rallying, and he was tied with Tom Kim going into, I think, 16. It was the par 5. And Tom Kim and him both had identical shots. basically 205 to the pin over water. Tom Kim just does the sensible thing, hits in the middle of the green, no problem. Adam Hadwin, though, just wipes it off the planet into the water. And I'm like, well, you could have just shid me earlier, and now you shid me now. But the worst part, though, was Tom Kim actually ended up 3-putting that hole. Bar, and Adam Hadwin stuffed it his fourth shot to 6 feet, and then he missed it. He missed it. So if he just birdies that hole,
what did Tom Kim go off at?
Like 12-1.
Yeah. See, so like, I mean, I was out of it last week because I was studying. I didn't give a fuck. Like this week, like I looked at the board and I was like, Jesus Christ, because I'm studying for that next license too. So it's like I'm not putting a ton of time into this fucking thing. So disclaimer, people, there's been about 4 or 5 hours of research on this. Then that's at tops.
Well, that's why you got me though. All right, you ask questions about golfers because you're just rattling your brain.
Was fucking homeless Hubs in the fucking playoff too?
No, that was the Sanderson. He missed out by 1.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
well, that's what you get for betting homeless Hubs. His name's Homeless Hubs.
That's actually true.
Come on.
Hubbard's never really worked out for anybody.
No.
So, all right. Well, we got the ZOZO this week. So why don't I just tell you, since you probably have only done a little bit of research.
Course knowledge, yeah.
Okay, so
real quick before we do that, I just complained off subject that Kyle Schwarber just hit a home run for the Phillies, and the Red Sox decided not to re-sign him because John Henry's a fucking ghoul. And I hate the ownership of the Red Sox. That team sucks. The Patriots suck. The ownership is questionable at best. Like the sports right now are just not happy for me.
Are you surprised that the Fenway Group is actually one of the people who want to invest in the PGA Tour and knock the Saudis out? By the way,
no, it doesn't surprise me at all. They fucking own this. They own the Penguins now too. So John Henry owns the Penguins as well as the fucking Red Sox. I hate John Henry. I want him to sell the fucking team. I've been watching the Phillies play, and it just makes me miss playoff baseball. Like, it just makes me mad. I'm just seething watching another team fucking do it. I'm like, God damn it. I don't even have playoff baseball. I got to watch this horrific NFL product. The Bruins, I've been on a break for like a week, so I haven't had anything to fill my time other than anger sports radio and like hate watching another team play well in baseball.
You really don't want to talk about golf this week, do you?
No, we can't. It's just Schwarber hit a home run. It made me mad.
All right. Well, why don't I actually try to inform the audience and inform you about what I'm looking for? So my preview went up on actually Saturday night because I wanted to get everything done before the big Giants game on Sunday. That, again, just for the 80th time on that day, just a giant shit in my side. Although I did pretty well betting this week, so we'll maybe tout a little bit on Thursday. But so this is a par 70. It's just under 7,100 yards. So seems short on the scorecard, right? But what you got to keep in mind with Accordion Narashino, there's 5 par 3s. So that makes it a little deceptively longer than what it is because the extra par 3 there. And they're all kind of short too. Only one of them is over 200 yards. There's one that's like 180, but like the other 3 are like 170, 140, 160. Some of the par 5s are kind of longish too. There's 3 of those, but this is actually a deceptively longer golf course. I've been talking about this for a couple of years now. Actually, you can go find, thankfully, when Tiger won, they showed every single shot he hit because that's the only time they'll actually have good coverage of somebody is if Tiger's involved. So you can actually go see what shots and yardages he was going to have. And that's basically a good approximation of what you're going to have this year.
I feel like that helped us last year. That helped us last year with it.
That's the thing. A lot of long approach shots, even though it's only just under 7,100 yards, a lot of really long approach shots, a lot of shots between like 150 and 225. Also a very driver heavy golf course too. You think it's really narrow. Like there's a lot of dog legs. It's a lot of thick trees because it's right in the middle of Tokyo. With the Japanese golf architecture, they kind of want you to make you feel like you're in nature. They don't want.
It's a gorgeous course.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best courses in all of Japan. They took a lot of principles too from like British golf too. That's like, and that's kind of where with Japan is they were looking for ways to basically rebuild their economy after World War II. They basically the U.S. kind of decimated the entire country. So one of the ways they wanted
to drop 2 nukes.
Yes. Well, one of the ways that they wanted to recover from that and get new business into Japan was, hey, let's build a lot of golf courses. That'll give businessmen, incentive to come over here. You can do deals on the golf course. It also is a good stress reliever because, Japanese people tend to be pretty high stress with their jobs. So
they have nets outside of their fucking their factories because these people throw themselves off of it. It's a fucking nightmare.
Fun fact. So this is very classic Japanese golf course. It's got the double green feature too, with the Bermuda greens and the bent grass greens.
I forgot about the double green.
Yep, it's basically just so they get to play it all year long. So they're going to use the bent grass greens for this tournament. But even though it's pretty tight, tree line, a lot of dog legs, a lot of drivers. I think Tiger hit 8 drivers out of 13 holes on the par 4s and 5s. A lot of really long approach shots. Obviously, no shot link. So that doesn't really help you. But honestly, if you look at some of the winners, Tiger Woods, Hideki Matsuyama, Keegan Bradley, really good ball strikers. And honestly, just top of the board here, that's where most of your really good ball strikers are. I don't even down the board, and we'll talk about it. There's some guys that look pretty good in the stats page, but they've been playing Fortnite and Sanderson and these a lot of these rinky-dink golf courses.
Yeah,
this is actually a legitimate golf course where you got to hit the ball really good and really solid. And I think a lot of these guys that have been kind of feasting off of those easy tracks are really going to get exposed this week, especially because we're going to get some weather elements on Thursday and Friday that we'll talk about. This is kind of a big boy golf course. You got to hit a lot of long approach shots. If you go to data golf, some of the comp courses guys do well here versus other places like Augusta and Torrey Pines and Quail Hollow, Harding Park, Corrales even. So a lot of longer golf courses, a lot of longer approach shots. Got to hit the ball pretty well there. That's kind of what I went for. And unfortunately, just because I'm really uninspired by this field, I got one outright, and then I'm going to basically debate about the rest of them. So you can help me out with that.
Well, I got 2 outright, so I was hoping you could help me. So it sounds like it's going to be a short card this week. All right. Well, listen, before we talk about weather, which I didn't know about, so I would like to know about that. Let me talk to you guys about the SGPN Second Chance Survivor. Already knocked out of your NFL Survivor. Don't worry, we get you covered with the SGPN Second Chance Survivor presented by Corey Pinkston and Barking Dogs Property. $3K up for grabs, winner take all. It starts this weekend, so sign up now at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/survivor. And the NFL Gambling Podcast boys are doing a review contest. So leave an Apple Podcast review with your favorite TD related bet this weekend. The biggest winner gets a $50 SGPN gift card. Make sure you include your YouTube username in the review so we can contact the winner. And then Underdog Fantasy. It's a way to play alongside your favorite football team all season long. Underdog has just introduced Scorchers. You go 5 for 5 in Pick'em Scorchers and enjoy a spicy 100 times your money payout. And for a limited time, Underdog is extending the first deposit bonus up to $500. 100K Sundays continue over at Underdog Fantasy. 10 lucky players will win 10K each. So watch along, make your picks, and maybe make a little cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up with promo code SGPN, Underdog will double your first deposit up to $500. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN.
Okay.
All right.
Let's start top of the board here.
Do we get ad reads on the other guys' sites when we do a fucking ad review?
What do you mean?
Oh, I mean, we just did a read for the NFL Gambling Podcast. I'm just wondering when we do our contest, do we get ad reads? That's all.
We do. We do for when it's the Masters, when people actually care, and our downloads are down 45%. So pulling back the curtain on that one. All right, let's go over top of the board. Let's go over everybody basically 25 to 1 and under, because honestly, I think the winner is coming from this group. And I think that like you go from 25-30 and then the next level down, it's like going to Keegan and Adam Scott and then bouncing down to Bo Hostler. Yeah. I think this is where the winner is going to come from. So we got Xander Schauffele 7 to 1. So he's a prohibitive favorite. So I guess here's the question. Of all the times to single bullet Xander, would this be the one? Or do you just not trust the fact that this guy doesn't seem like he ever gets it done? Mm-hmm. And it's going to be another
he never gets it done. Yeah, he never gets it done. It's not like he fucking played well at the Ryder Cup. No, thank you. The number's so short. Listen, last year we were on and off. Is the chalk going to take our money and this and that? Xander does not deserve to be this number. Period. End of story. That's it. That's why I won't take it. I just won't. He just doesn't win enough.
I think based on everybody,
he doesn't win enough. There's guys below him how many guys have wins after he's won something?
I don't know. I don't see a lot of winners below him. Okay, so you got Colin Morikawa hasn't won in 2 years.
Yeah.
Sung Jae hasn't won in 2 years.
He won in Korea.
Ricky is
and he won the Asian Games, sir.
Okay, sorry, the Asian Games. Hideki hasn't won since the Sony. He's got injuries. So he's just got to win. Cam Davis can only win Wedge Fest. Keegan's got a couple wins, so there you go. There's one guy. Adam Scott hasn't won in probably 3 or 4 years. It's not like you got a lot of winners out there.
When does Adam Scott won last?
I think he won maybe overseas at something.
That doesn't count. When's the last time he won a PGA?
It's been a while.
Been a minute, right?
Been a long time.
Huh.
Long time. So not a lot of guys are actually winners.
That's fair.
Below him. Right. And actually, Xander, I think of those guys, Xander has like the second most wins like over the last like year and a half or so.
Yeah, who's number one?
Actually, I think
Keegan.
Keegan, him are tied. And technically, if you count the Zurich, then Xander has more.
No one counts the Zurich, Steve.
Well, in some corners, people reference the Zurich in order to make arguments.
Yeah, not here, Steve.
Not here. We don't do that. So, look, I found a fair price on his top 10 because just looking at the rest of this field, it's basically Drek, and he's been pretty decent here. And everything really that what you're looking for, Xander would qualify for. Good off the tee, best long iron player in this field by a mile. Good on bent grass. That's why he's got a couple top 10s here. Good on other comp courses. I found a minus 120 for a top 10. I just took that.
I don't hate that. So like that's fine. So like I'll write something like that down. Like I'm fine with.
Yeah. And it wasn't dead heated either. So I took that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm perfect.
But yeah, like I if I get burned this week by single bullet Xander, whatever. I'll sleep at night. It's fine.
All right, so that's it. You're just doing single bullet Xander.
No, I'm not. No, if I get burned by that actually happening. No, okay. I did not single bullet Xander.
Okay.
So aren't you proud of me, by the way?
I am. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
I almost did, and I did.
So who did you bet under 20 to 1 then?
So I went back and forth.
Okay.
So I really wanted to bet Colin this week, but we mentioned that weather. It's gonna be really windy. It's gonna be really windy Thursday, Friday, and I actually know exactly with this tournament, like because he's been relatively good.
Yeah.
When it has been really windy conditions, he has sucked here, like absolutely been dreadful here, and then he ends up railing at the end. So what I'm hoping for, and it's a no-cut event, it's only 78 guys. Maybe he gets off to a really poor start, and I can get like a plus 150 top, like 20-ish number. Like if he's just way
he'd have to get off to a really bad start for that.
I mean, he might. They're calling for 40-mile-per-hour winds on
Is it
on
really
Friday.
40?
Yeah, it's gonna be 25 gusts on Thursday, 40 on Friday. And it's not like you got a wave split here. They're all basically going off within 2 hours, and they're all gonna be done by 3 p.m.
No. Well,
so I did not do Colin.
Nice. I like that. All right. So who'd you do?
I am betting Sung Jae. I'm not proud of it.
That's fine.
But I did.
I like it.
So
he's on a heater.
So he is secondly on a heater. He won the Asian Games. He came second last week, by the way. So he's actually so what that was one of the concerns. I'm like, all right, how much of like real golf has he actually played?
Right.
He's been playing a lot. Good result last week. I don't know how he did it, but it was a good result. Now, the problems with Sung Jae, though, not really fitting a lot of what you're looking for. Like the long iron play, not very good. Doesn't have a whole lot of distance off the tee. Some of those other guys did. But still, like he gains a lot of strokes with his, off the tee anyways, because he's just a really good driver. And I think a lot of this iron play stuff, like remember he had that weird slump after he won in Korea and was just terrible.
Yeah, there was like a neck injury. I thought we were.
Yeah, so like I know that in his repertoire he does have good long iron play, at least.
Right.
It's just not showing right now. Maybe that might be back. He was also battling a neck injury, I think, around the Players. Maybe that's healed now. He's good around the green, so if it gets really windy, I like that Thursday, Friday, and he's a good putter, so that can really carry him over the weekend too. So I got a 14 on Sung Jae, and that's where I started my card.
Okay, I like it. That's fine. I mean, I can get behind that.
Okay, and then it's either I bet one of Hideki, Sahith, Keegan,
Keegan,
or Adam Scott. I'm out on Cam Davis. I'm out on Minwoo.
I'm out on Windows too. That number is fucking insulting. Why is that number there?
Well, I'm out.
Who's betting that number? What asshole is betting that number?
A lot of people are going to bet Midwood this week.
Good. I hope it fucking burns up on Thursday, you fucking clowns.
Wow. Terrible. All right, go into that. Why are you so passionate about Midwood?
Because it's a terrible number. Why the fuck is he so short?
I mean,
there's no reason.
I mean, he's been playing decently.
Decently. That doesn't mean he should be this fucking short.
All right. Well, he won an event last week. Like against nobody, by the way. Like you know what he won it at? He was 30 under. but he only won by 2. So that must have been playing like a 5,000-yard golf course. So I don't really take a whole lot of stock into that. He did finish 7th at the Irish Open, 14th at the BMW PGA, horrible at the French Open, but like a 5th at US Open, like a 9th at Traveler. Like he's been playing good golf. The problem with Minwoo though is he is absolutely horrific from over 150.
Yeah,
like just really, really, really bad. And that was the disqualifier for me. Now Thursday, Friday, when it's really windy, guys are going to miss a lot of greens. He is good in the wind. That might be maybe first round leader territory, but I don't expect that to continue because the winds are going to line up over the weekend. I don't expect that to continue. I think he fades.
I don't hate that first round leader play because when the winds were up here at Sawgrass, he played well.
Yeah. And then that Scottish Open he won, the final round was
windy as fuck too.
Windy, and he did well. So maybe first round leader Minwoo Lee.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. All right, so he's out.
You said, I mean, why is Heath in consideration the way he sprays it off the fucking tee?
So for whatever reason, at some of these courses where like you have to have some like level of control off the tee, he actually has done well. So, I mean, like at Fortnite, you can spray it all over the map, but he lost strokes off the tee and still won the events.
Yeah.
The long iron play has been decent with him. And he's a really good scrambler, really good putter. So that could help him on Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
And look, maybe the floodgates are just kind of open.
Okay.
After he won, he has a 5th place finisher, so he's done well. He's done really well at some of the other comp courses.
Did he get 5th last year?
Yeah, it was last year. He got 5th. Huh. He has a top 10 at Augusta. He does top 10 at Torrey Pines. Country Club at Jackson is also a course that probably seen some crossover. He was 54-hole leader going into the final round there. So he's a consideration. I don't think I'm going to get the Keegan. I don't think I am.
Why? Just because he hasn't played?
He hasn't played. The stuff, he hasn't been driving the ball as good as what he was either. Like he was driving, remember last year he was driving it really good. And that's why we bet him. Has not been driving it nearly as well.
Yeah.
So, and he hasn't played a whole lot. So I think he's out. I almost bet Ricky, but I don't think I can.
Ricky's a bum. He won a shitty field, his own sponsors event, which everybody was on him, and we didn't get on him because it was too obvious. He sucks. Ricky blows.
Okay. There's an 18 on Ricky that's tempting. I don't know if I'm going to get there. Although, like, he fits a lot of what you're looking for here. I mean, obviously, he came second here. So
yeah, but I mean, I guess he wasn't. He wasn't even. Was he in decent form coming in here last year?
He had top 10. He had top 10 at Fortnite, and then I think he missed the cut somewhere else. So he was kind of starting to like. It was a surprise for sure.
Right. That's what I was wondering.
But that was when he started doing the swing changes, everything, and then and then he ended up having this finish. So, and also like there is if you just want to fade the narrative, like okay, like everybody thinks Ricky sucks because we did the Ryder Cup.
I thought he sucked before the Ryder Cup. Thank you very much, sir.
That is true, and I think we both.
I am not a Johnny Come Lately.
All right, so it's between Hideki and Adam Scott for me.
Interesting. All right, so we just said that fucking Decky is injured. Adam Scott hasn't won a PGA event, and we can't even recall.
Yeah. So Adam Scott's been playing. So I guess it's two things. Hideki, for a profile standpoint, demolishes Adam Scott here.
Yeah. Check.
Yeah. Look, off the tee, even before when he was injured, like the iron play is great with the long irons. He's won here. He's always played well here, except for I think 1 year he was bad. But
yeah.
But so he last withdrew the BMW. We haven't seen him since. It's very possible he's healthy now. It has been a couple months.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
But it's also possible he's just here just because it's
Japan.
It's here, and he just kind of goes through the motions. There's
there's zero chance he has to play.
Yeah,
here, like this, you know what I mean? Like you just have.
And then there's Adam Scott, who the problem. If I have a problem with Minwoo Lee with his over 150 approach shots, then I should have a problem with Adam Scott over 150 because he's also terrible from that range, like really bad. Right. And I tried to really find a reason to go with Adam Scott. I went through each tournament he played this year because there was a really rough spot, like around like March or so. But he started hitting the ball a little better with his iron since then. And I'm like, all right, what is it like? Did it kind of turn around recently? No, it has not from over 150. I think like in like 6 of 7 tournaments, he was like 60th or worse, like over 150 in proximity.
Okay.
I just think that's a problem for this place.
Yeah.
So it might be Hideki.
Okay.
That I am betting. Because like, and we'll talk about some of the guys down the board. I don't, except for maybe 1 or 2 guys, I just don't see anyone else winning from this thing.
Yeah, I 100% get that because look, my first 2 bets, my initial thoughts were just bet Decky and Keegan and fucking call it a day.
Okay,
that was it. Like that was my first fucking thought on Monday, and I did half of that. I'll let you take a wild guess on who I actually bet.
You actually bet Keegan.
Yes, correct. Right. Okay. So back to back, I'm playing the narrative, chip on the shoulder. I'll show you fucking mouth breathing Zach Johnson, and just goes and defends his title. And look, you're right. As far as like driving it, he hasn't done well. But look, he was still top 10 in the FedEx Cup. His long iron play is great, and he has turned into a good putter. It's no longer like a fluke. Like he has figured it out. Like the aim point thing is fucking horrible to watch, and it takes forever, but it works for him. So he's actually a decent putter now. Yeah, and plus I love the guy. It's 20-1, and I want to ride narrative street on that. But I really like the Decky call too. Like, but I couldn't do the other one because I wanted to go a little farther down the board if I bet Keegan.
Okay, all right. So we'll see. I'll have my official card out tomorrow. I'll probably sleep on it.
All right.
And then,
well, I want you to talk to me about the one guy that I've bet that's a little farther down the board, and then maybe we can sprinkle some other stuff in, see if there's anything else. But right. before I do that, let's talk about Game Time. So look, you can buy tickets to your favorite events, and it shouldn't be stressful when you do it. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all your sports, theaters, comedy shows, whatever. They got killer deals on last-minute tickets, and they have their best price guarantee, so you don't have to stress over the price or getting tickets. Look, they have flash deals right up to the last minute. So if you're a guy like me who it's impossible to plan, look, flash deals work great for me. Plus, favorite thing I like about it, you get the image of the seat view. As a guy who grew up in Boston, there's nothing worse than getting a ticket in right field at Fenway and realize you're behind a fucking stanchion and you can't see shit. It's the worst. So listen, Game Time is the best place for last minute ticket deals. Excuse me. It's the fastest growing ticketing app in the country for a reason. Like I said, they have the Game Time guarantee where if you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the tickets. So snag the tickets without the stress with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use promo code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem with promo code CFBX for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed, and win bigger by betting smarter this NFL season with Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research all your sports with historical stats and data. Enter any parlay idea into the Hall of Fame Bets revolutionary parlay optimizer tool to get hit rates broken down by leg as well as expected probability for the entire parlay. Sort all players by hit rate for any bet to learn which players are hot and which ones have value. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets to craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning with Hall of Fame Bets.
Okay. All right, before we move on, I just want to make mention that I did also make a top 10 bet on Sungjae Im at plus 190.
What price you get on that?
Plus 190.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, also not dead heated either, so I like that. Yeah, I not only has Sungjae coming in off the second place finish, he won the Asian Games, like the comp courses I listed, like Augusta, Cave Valley, Congaree, Torrey Pines, the stadium course, where that's where the knucklehead nickname came up with him. He's been really good at all those places. Country Club of Jackson, same thing. So he's got a 3rd place finish here. Seems like he's got to kind of raid the ship. I remember a couple of years ago too. Like, remember that really hot stretch, like hot fall Hideki did overseas?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like, we just won everything. Maybe Sungjae hasn't really. He should have won more. Maybe Sungjae is going to start finally get to that. This is the last thing I'm going to say about Sungjae. I've been gushing a lot about him. That metric of how many times he's been within 5 of the league going into the Sunday. How many times do you think Sungjae has been within 5 of the league on the Sunday?
For how? What's my time frame?
Last 2 years. So fall of 2021 to now.
8.
13.
Damn.
It's a lot. I think it's it's 4th most in the PGA.
Right,
so at some point, I think he's gonna. He's like 23 years old. I think.
Yeah, I always forget how young he is because he started so fucking young.
Yeah, he should win more. Maybe he's gonna start going on a little run. So
yeah, I like it.
All right, I've done a lot of talking. I've done a lot of talking. Let's go over 30 to 1. Why don't you start throwing out names that you're interested in, you want a little more info about?
All right, so here's the guy I bet other than Keegan. And it's Grillo.
Oh man. He's been horrible.
Why isn't it? Oh man.
He's been terrible.
He came in 5th here last year.
I know he has.
You know, he hasn't been that bad.
He's been. Oof.
I know he missed a cut in the last 2, but let's take a look.
All right. Over his last 12 rounds, I have him losing 1.4 strokes tee to green to the field. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been bad since he's been bad since the BMW. Prior to the BMW, he was fine.
Yeah. Cut at the Sanderson, cut at the Shriners.
Yeah. Tour Championship, not great. T29, BMW is T31. FedEx, he was, St. Jude, he was top 20, 3M, top 10. The Open,
that was 4 months ago.
Yeah, man, I get it. But look, if I'm willing to look past, I don't know what form any of these guys are in, other than the guys who play Ryder Cup. You know what I mean? It's 50 to 1 for a guy who actually can win now, which is silly. Whatever. It's crazy that he can win now. But he's improved his game. I feel like he's more accurate off the box than he's ever been. He can actually fucking putt, and I don't know. We'll see. It's 50 to 1 in a 78-man field with a name that I sort of trust enough to at least be in the mix and give me a sweat. I'll take that at 50 to 1 in the 78-man field.
All right. So as he makes the 18-hour flight from Vegas to Tokyo, he's just looking longingly in his drink. And then finally the swing thought is going to hit.
That's it. Clicks, baby.
Yep.
Clicks.
That's what he's been doing. And he's going to win this by 4.
Love it. Dude,
that's what you're banking on. Okay. That's what you're banking on.
I mean, do you hate it that much? I mean, look at the guys who are priced with it. JJ Spawn's been terrible. Cage Lee sucks balls. Keith
Spawn hasn't been that bad.
Aaron Rice.
Spawn's been better than Grillo.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he had a T11. He's making cuts. Details.
I want win equity.
Win equity? I mean, Grillo's won twice. Spawn's won once.
Yeah, that's it. Double.
Oh, okay.
The win equity, sir. Isn't that how math works?
Can you name Grillo's wins? Name Grillo's wins.
He won the Charles Schwab.
Okay, that was this year. When was the last one before that?
That one I can't remember. No.
2015 Fry.com Open, which is Fortinet.
Okay.
That was a long gap.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Okay. All right. Grillo, that's a pick. Okay.
It's a pick.
Who else you got?
So apparently Scam Champ is our producer Cam said everybody's betting him, and you said you were going to make me talk about him. So why is everybody on Cam Champ?
So all right. So what do we know about Cam Champ? He sucks. He's a shitty golfer. I'm just going to say it. He sucks. He's a bad golfer. For as far as he is as how well he drives it, he's a bad golfer. But you always usually want to bet Cam Champ when he starts feeling it. You see a top 10, and then the win comes after that.
Man, we've said that, but he hasn't done it since he fucking did it 3 years ago.
No, with the 3M he did. It was 2 years ago.
Was it 2 or 3 years ago?
Okay, well listen, Cam Champ has only been good I think twice since then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He hasn't done anything. He popped at the Masters 2 Masters ago, and then didn't do that this year. He almost won in Mexico. Then you remember that? That was 2 years. Yeah, I had Scam.
Yeah, so at least give you a sweat, man. That was a good bet. It was a good bet. Yeah.
Yeah,
so that's, I think, what people are thinking now. Like, okay, it's time to shine out. And legitimately, though, there is an argument to make for Camp Champ this week. I mean, he has been really good here, but been good a lot of the other comp courses. Like, he's won a Country Club at Jackson. That's a comp course here. Comp course at Augusta National as well. He's obviously done really well there. And where Camp Champ actually is pretty good is his long approach shots. Like, he's very good from that range. Obviously, an excellent driver. I get it. He's in
Camp Champ.
That's the thing. I don't know if I can back that.
No.
Although
it'll go as well as my 49ers and fucking Eagles teaser.
I know. However, I am getting PTSD about Chalk Ricky hitting Rocket Mortgage, and
man, that narrative was super fucking strong. Like, we were calling that shit for 12 months. I don't feel like that's anywhere close to that strong.
All right. He's on the list of consideration. If I end up going down the card, there's a couple guys down here I do like for maybe a win.
All right. So who do you like? Who do you like? So are you going to get on Ben Griffin now after you thought?
No, Ben Griffin, I'm definitely
walk out an open window when he was first round leader, almost first round leader.
No, Ben Griffin is good with the short irons, not the long irons. That is definitely not what I want to hear. No, the guys I looked at for maybe a win.
Okay.
Just closing my eyes and betting Keith Mitchell, because this is a Keith Mitchell type of course. He's been as bad as Grillo, though.
It's not Bermuda.
No, but he's done well on bentgrass golf courses. Like, he almost won the Summit Club.
Yeah, all right.
Fine. So his form's been so bad, though. I don't think I can do it.
Okay.
Cage Lee.
I like the subtle dig. He's been as bad as Grillo.
Yeah. Cage Lee. He's on my radar this week. I bet him positional for top 20. I got plus 220 for a top 20 for Cage Lee. I thought that was a great price. Little out of step with the market. He's mostly like plus 151, plus 160. I would still bet that too. Did well last week at Shriners. The TD Green game has been good lately. He's got a top 20 here. Been driving the ball really good. The long iron play has been relatively okay. And listen, like, I just think he's kind of a good player. Quail Hollow is a comp to this place. He played really well there. So thought about him. Like, that's that's a guy who's won before. Now, it's only been on one golf course, but he's won before. So that was a consideration. I considered closing my eyes and betting Taylor Moore.
Okay.
So he hasn't played. So he hasn't played at all in a while.
I can't remember the last time he played.
So last time he played was FedEx Fall. He almost won St. Jude.
Oh, that's right.
And then he decided to wear all black in 105 degrees.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
But remember why we like this play? Remember why we like Keegan last year?
Yeah.
Valspar, right?
Yeah.
He won Valspar. And he was pretty good at this event last year.
Where did he finish last year?
I think he finished like top 10.
Okay.
So closing your eyes and betting him.
All right.
Maybe.
Cage Lee first round leader. I feel like better than full tourney.
Vincent Norman, another guy. I thought about maybe betting.
Stop it.
Why?
Stop.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't like him.
Why don't you like him?
I don't know. He's just another
because people on X talk about him. Is that why you don't like him?
No, but are people talking about him? I have no idea.
They are talking about him. He's been very good lately. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I can just imagine.
What's he done? Let's see.
All right, he's won the Irish Open.
Another Swedish weenie.
Another Swedish weenie.
Yeah. Your Alex Norins and your other bums who fucking...
Ludwig, Swedish weenie?
Is he from Norway?
No, he's from Sweden.
Oh, I thought he was from Norway.
No, that's Hovland.
I know, but I thought he was from fucking Norway too.
They're neighbors. They're practically the same country.
Yeah, they really are. They're just split down the middle.
Listen, Vincent Norman drives the ball really good. The iron play has been great the last couple months. The putter's been coming around with him. Now, he missed the cut at the Shriners. I don't give a shit about that. It's fine. That was the first time he played in a couple weeks. I think he's a pretty good match for this golf course. I thought about betting him. I have a top 20 on him right now, plus 160. He's on consideration to bet outright. But that's it.
Oh, he was a Florida State. That's fine.
There you go.
That's a check mark.
All right. But past 30 to 1, Like, you can bet your Adam Shanks. You can bet your Aaron Rise. You can bet your JJ Spahns.
What about Kitayama?
I mean, he's a good course fit for this place.
Yeah.
But he's also been bad since that win.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that seems like that was a fluke, that Bay Hill win. But I get it. I mean, I get Callum Tarrant too. Again, similar stuff where, great off the tee, good iron play. So.
The Wu brothers?
The what brothers?
The Wu brothers, Brandon and Dylan.
I like Brandon. I don't think Dylan's on the field.
According to this fucking odd sheet, he is.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like Brandon. I don't think I like Dylan. Dylan, not a good fit here. But Brandon Wu, though.
Yeah, he peaked. He's done.
Yeah, he's good. Brandon Wu, the iron's been pretty good. Like, he played well with Vidanta Vallarta. Like, that's another golf course, a lot of long approach shots, a lot of drivers. That can work here. And Justin Suh's been playing a little better lately, at least ball striking wise.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Let's see. Just wrap up some other bets. Like, I know I just crapped on JJ Spahn and Shank, but I bet Shank.
I bet we're not betting Hoagie. Sam Ryder.
No. But I bet Shank top 20 plus 150, Spahn top 20 plus 160. So
I'm fine with a Shank. I don't like your Spahn.
We got American Wasp, Michael Kim, win top 10, top 20.
Just because everybody likes him just because he's good on Twitter.
Yeah, I think he's got.
Oh shit! Will Gordon's in the field.
He's got some bad architecture states. I think any top 20 bet is basically live. There's 78 guys. There's a lot of crap in this field, to be completely honest.
You can write off 1, 2.
It's four rounds. 9. There's also like 15 Japanese tour guys. They're basically.
That's what I was gonna say. I was just counting those, so you can write off 15 right there. So you're at fucking
right.
63.
So like, if you can get like a 3-1 Michael Kim top 20, fine. Like anything else, anything other than that, though, I mean, good luck.
Harry Hall.
Why do you like Harry Hall?
I don't like Harry Hall. It's just fucking. I think it's funny that he's fucking playing.
All right. So to put a little bow on it, so these are the bets I've made. Sungjae in 14-1. Outright. That's the only outright I have. Top 10s. Xander top 10 minus 120. Sungjae top 10 plus 190. Top 20. Shank top 20 plus 150. JJ Spahn top 20 plus 160. Both the guys have been driving it pretty good. The iron play's been pretty good. I just went with that for, safe floor there. Vincent Norman top 20 plus 165. Cagely top 20 plus 220.
Okay.
And then either I am going to
go
pair Hideki or probably Hideki.
You're doing Decky. Don't even bother. I know what you're doing. You're doing
Decky. Or doing like the Taylor Moore, Vincent Norman.
I like that. I like the Moore angle.
Cam Champ poo platter.
Yeah, I'm a slut for the fucking numbers. So that gets me more excited than the 14 to 16-1 you can get for fucking Decky.
Yeah. Maybe I go.
I like that. You got me. You put an earworm in for me on Moore. So get ready for nasty text.
Maybe I go down the card. You know what? Let's have some fun.
Let's do it.
Let's have some fun.
All right. Okay. I'm going to join you on Moore. I'm definitely betting Moore.
Okay. All right. So Moore. So it's between. All right. So I guess I'll bet Moore.
Okay.
So you're Vincent Norman or Cam Champ or Cage.
I'd rather bet Cam Champ just because I can't suffer through another fucking Twitter win, and I'm not a part of it because I want to be contrarian. So I'm willing to light that money on fire to guarantee the win doesn't happen.
Okay. All right. It's gonna be a combo of one of those three. Like
American Wasp says Michael Kim with 65 in his last 2 rounds last week.
He did the Shriners. He played very well over the weekend and he got a complete birdie fest. So
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe first round. I like Minwoo Lee first round leader. I like that a lot. I like Cage Lee first round leader.
Okay. I think I'll join you on those two. I never bet first round leader. I think I'll join you on those two.
Yeah, those two seem fun.
All right. Okay.
And who doesn't like Minwoo Lee's mustache? Come on, let's go.
All right, there you go. So, all right. Well, my card will be out tomorrow. Capper, you have to do a better job putting out a card, by the way.
Yeah, man. I've been busy, dude. What do you want from me?
You've been busy. Okay. Okay. All right. We literally have a secretary do all this for you.
I mean, that's fair. I haven't been engaged the last couple of weeks, man. You know that.
That is true.
I've had off field stuff.
Well, let's face it. You're more excited for our Thursday shows at this point than our Tuesday shows. So
yeah, probably at this point right now.
Yeah,
you got me excited. But you got me excited tonight. I came in with no fucking but now you got me. Oh, okay, more. Yeah, let me get a little min-woolly. Okay, like you're able to get me. Like it's just me thinking about it and like another 78-man field. Like there's 10 good guys in this field. But then I talk to you and I got a whole bunch of bums that I'm going to put money on. It gets me excited.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the ZOZO will draw more viewers than the Sanderson did a couple weeks ago?
No, just because of the time.
That's pathetic.
Look at the Ryder Cup ratings.
The
Ryder Cup ratings were trash.
I know. They were terrible. Sanderson didn't even draw a Nielsen rating.
They didn't even show up on the thing. Ugh. All right. Well,
we do this every single week for you guys.
That's right.
Because we love it.
All right. So we'll talk to you guys on Thursday. I know Steve had a good week in football. I think I went 3-2 or let's see, 1, 2.
I think you went 4-1.
I went 4-1.
Yeah.
But God forbid that I don't just put too many same game parlays and teasers and all types of shit to fucking kill myself. I just need to be normal. But anyway, the Thursday show, we'll have we'll know who the first round leader is, and hopefully that'll catch.
Well, by now.
Min-Woo. Let's get on that, and maybe I'll get back to posting matchups. I told you why I haven't been doing it. It's because I've been doing well, and I feel like I'm going to jinx it by putting it out. But I'll start putting it out again. And if I start losing, I'm going to blame you. So maybe I'll get some first round matchups. I saw some 3-ball stuff I want to look into a little bit for first round. They had some silly ones. Where the hell did we go? Real quick. What do you think of? Oh my God, dude, some of these are so bad. First round 6-shooter. It doesn't matter. I'll throw them out on Twitter. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I wish we got coverage at 8:00 and not 11. But whatever. It is what it is.
You can just refresh your phone. Wait for the text string to update.
Yeah, but then I don't even know what's happening. It's the worst. All right. Anyway. All right.
Grio to unknown. That's what you're gonna see.
Fair enough. All right, motherfucker. I'll talk to you on Thursday.